With the help of St. George's University, the Ministry of Health said it now has the capacity to test on island for COVID-19 variants through samples. Health Minister Nicholas Steele, during Tuesday's news conference, announced the availability of 2 sequencers on the island and that they should be up and running within 2 weeks.
What we do expect within the next week and a half to 2 weeks maximum, that we will have the ability here in Grenada to do sequencing, to be able to identify the variants here in Grenada. So what we will be doing from then is that we would still send samples down to CARFA for verification, but we would also be doing our own sequencing here. So we get double verification of the presence of any of the variants. This is also in our strengthening of our health system and preparing for Omicron or any of the other threats that may come up from COVID-19, and also the reagents that are needed to do the various tests. Those will be coming within the next week or 2 weeks as well, so that we will be, so in effect, it's 3 sets of tests that will be done on any sample of concern. It would be General Hospital, Ministry of Health, St. George's University, and CARFA.
Aware of the new Omicron COVID-19 variant plaguing different countries around the world, Minister Steele says that COVID-19 testing will be reintroduced at the Maurice Bishop International Airport as a precautionary measure.
So we are observing what's happening with Omicron, and we are observing what's happening in terms of spikes or waves that we are seeing in other islands. We are monitoring. As a result of the Omicron threat, as well as spikes that we're seeing in the region, we are quite possibly, and we've made a decision to start back testing on arrival, but not quarantine.
Currently, Grenada has 68 active COVID-19 cases, with 2 persons hospitalized. Out of these cases, 1 was recently diagnosed within the past 24 hours. While this is good news, the minister reminded Grenadians that it is not a time to become complacent with the stipulated protocols. He also gave an update on the students from the sister isle of Carriacou who contracted the COVID-19 virus.
We've had a total of 3 positive cases of children in Carriacou. They are all related to the cluster that was identified from one of the inter-island ferries. 1 student from Harveyvale, 1 student from Bishop's College, and 1 student from Hillsborough. There are further testing to be done today, but at this point in time, these are still contacts from the cluster of the inter-island ferry.
Steele says the situation with the students in Carriacou is a concern and as such is thankful that most schools are closed. For GBN News, I am Rena Ped Thomas reporting.